It's a Sunday. It's a little bit late for me to get going here, I know. Um, Sorry about that. Sometimes things just come up, and today's been today's been a fun day. Let's put it that way. Um, but some cool news. If you didn't see our YouTube video, which hopefully you'll go watch, I did get some miniatures from a company called WooFun. Uh, it makes some amazing acrylic miniatures. And these acrylic miniatures are not like your normal miniatures that you're used to seeing. Pardon me. So they sent us a sample there, and pretty cool. Well, I'll drag them out here and show you guys when a couple more of you show up. So we're just kind of starting it off and see how it goes there for a few minutes. Give you guys a chance to catch up and see what you guys have been up to too for a week. Because generally on Sundays, at least I get a chance to say hi, see how everybody's doing. We did do a little bit of a game there today with the group. I got some video of that. Might take me a day or two because I'm gonna have to do some editing on it. But I think it was Red Tavern Inn. Yeah, the thanks, Steve. The acrylics are they are really pretty, very pretty. So um, what we're gonna say here. Yeah. So just kind of an idea. If you've never seen acrylic miniatures, then you know they look a little bit like this, and that's they look almost 3D, except for they're not. They're 2D on these bases, but pretty nice quality, and the company just does some amazing work. So you put them up and field them, different time frames. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus on this one. I get the last one. Yeah. So these are different than what you're used to seeing, but it's they come out pretty cool. And yeah, we were doing at the coffee shop. It's the Red Tavern Inn is like basically a quest. You're done with your quest, so it's got an RPG kind of vibe, and it's all the travelers are there at the tavern, and you end up just drinking or trying to get stuff from the other travelers, and so it's pretty interesting. And yes, I did get coffee, which is ironic since it's gamers with coffee. I kept throwing coffee cards, so that was kind of cool, and kept it going there. But coffee's a good thing. I can live on that. So yeah, it is a card game there, and so it's not a complicated game. More or less, once you get around to how it plays, it's pretty cool. It's an interesting concept to sit and game with a few people there and just see what happens. But yeah, the miniatures I was showing a minute or so ago, those are what's been really keeping me pretty excited this week. Other than the rest of the week's been crap, um, this hasn't. So the miniatures sometimes, I mean, kind of got to have something in life to have some fun with. So for me, it's gaming, and I can show you guys more on this. Let's see here. Switch over to this other camera, and I'll give you a view of what these are here. Let's see. Where did my... There we go. So if I adjust this camera up towards the wall, pardon me, my little crafting area here. you will see that these guys look pretty cool. See what I'm saying? And this is just one sprue. I mean, that was only off one little sprue. But they are quite nice. So this is your back. There's the front. So no matter how you turn them, they look good. They just look really good on the table. So with that in mind, let me put this down over here. And so the bases that come with them, are pretty nice. MDF bases, but they're done nice. They're not all that way. Some of them are rounded, and they're all numbered as to what you do. So let me show you a little bit more. This is the box I got, so I'll hold these up and show you. So hold on. So here are some men at arms, and these just look really awesome. I mean, I think most people are not used to seeing this kind of anything from miniatures. I thought they were just really neat. So from the front or the back, and this is one sprue we haven't done yet. Hold on a second here. And so even the animals they have in the games, of course you've got your Austro-Hungarians on horses. And pretty thick acrylic. I mean, these are the sprues, so. Oh, let's see here. There's more too, so. And it tells you what they are. So really quite phenomenal thing. So imagine them all done and on the table. I think it's going to look really good. Yep. A couple of these are starting to want to pop out, so they sent us a bunch of sprues, and it's just some phenomenal stuff, So there's your Earl of Warwick and your Duke of Somerset. So historically, you got pretty cool stuff from a historical point of view. And yeah, really, really cool. Here's your elephants that they were using in war. I thought that's pretty neat. Of course, these are still on the sprue, you guys. So at some point, we'll get them taken off and put down where we can take photos of a table full of stuff. You kind of got to have I'd like to set it up kind of a set way, so we'll see how that works. But the quality, it's crazy. It's crazy good quality. I don't know what else to say, you guys, but it ain't nothing like what you're used to. And again, these are just different sprues. They sent us a bunch of them. So needless to say, I'm going to be ordering some rules, and I've got a link there in our YouTube link if you'd like to use that. It's cool. We would appreciate it. They were kind enough to send these to us. So after looking at the quality of this, I decided, sure, why not? We'll go ahead and Except a little affiliate offer there for just a link. So it would help out Gamers with Coffee if you'd like, and you order through our link, or you can just go straight to their site and order. That don't matter. This stuff is just fantastic. And they're different. Yeah, they're different time periods, different times in history, and it's not even all because I believe they have 400 different sets. So for us, it was more or less, you know, they sent a sample, but like this is the Persian artillery, um, things like that. You could just pretty cool, but different time frames. It says there's a couple people. I'm not sure who the other ones are. You guys can say hi if you want. There's Caesar's infantry. And so it's just from the front and the backs. And these are just, like I said, they remind me of like stained glass, like stained glass windows, but they're miniatures. And once you put them on the stands, they look good. Like this one would be good too. You got your men at arms on foot there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do right yet, D. I'm going to look up and see about rules and squads and stuff. And yeah, might be giving some sets away. That's a possibility. But for right now, I just got them the other day, so I wanted to get some out of the box, show them off, so people can see the quality that's there. Because these miniatures are pretty good quality. And it's interesting. I mean, in wargaming, it's very interesting. It's something completely different, and sometimes you need something different there to have. And so this was just one little sprue, one little pop out to see what's going on. In this way, we got an idea what they looked like on the base. And I wasn't done showing them off because I want to show them off on Instagram, and some of the other social media that we have. So other than D, does anybody else have any questions there? And yes, D, if you order those, of course, they will come with game rules you can get from the website. These didn't. These were samples sent to us to review. Once I got them in the mail this week, I was pretty darn impressed. So, but yeah, when you order online, the thing with this company too is they're different in the sense that when you order, then they're going to start making it. So they're not doing your order, ahead of time and it's sitting there. When you order, then they go ahead and they start the manufacturing process. From what I understand, and just the reading I've done on their information, some of these miniatures, how can I say it? So the drawings were done by Peter Dennis. If you know Peter Dennis, he's done a lot of like war books, novels, that kind of stuff, a lot of illustrations in that. So he's very well known and done obviously phenomenal work. Pretty cool. And yeah. Oh, there's Ashley. I wasn't sure if she was showing up, but I think she's eating.
Yeah, but you get the on my page.
Mm-hmm. So a game, yeah, probably not too soon though. D, I'm gonna see about getting the rules and.
Honestly, I don't think we have enough pieces to do a game with either section.
I think there's like squads they've sent us for samples, so might be able to find a. Well, I gotta look it up and look at the time periods and stuff like that. So there's a possibility. If I can, I will. Otherwise, they look pretty cool. The box they sent in is very nice. The packaging, they were very careful with. I honestly can't say enough about them. They look like a great company. Not a lot of
they would have
people.
sent us some of the ships.
Not a lot of people have done tons of reviews, so it's kind of cool for us. And yeah, they do also, ships and stuff. So it's naval battles they have, like the Spanish Armada fleets, and so you can do that too. And pardon me if you hear any background noise. It's hot. I got the air conditioner going, and there's a game going on in the background. Kind of had to do this while working around that. But anyways, you guys, it's that's what I've been up to. And me and Ashley have been doing this. So I think I don't know what she's doing, to be honest with you. I think she's got some of her stuff done. Did you ever finish up some of your miniatures this week?
I have all my Dark Elves done.
So she's got all of her Eldar done, Dark Elves.
I have 5 more Chaos.
And some of her Chaos is done. So she's been painting, I guess. I really don't get a chance to talk to her too much. She's working at night. So in the last 2 days I've been off. I had Thursday and Friday off. We're floored. So just that's about it, I guess. But I got these done. And I've been catching up on painting myself. So
you were doing your little soldiers in the tanks.
Yeah, I've been doing some final touch-ups on a lot of my stuff just to get it out of the way. Things that have been sitting there for a while. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get backlogged and you get little things. So now I'm done. Gaming-wise, we're at least going to be gaming every week. I'll see about setting something up there, too, to do some more than games once a week and get some more content up too. Podcasts are going good. If you guys want to hop on a podcast, you can. Feel free to do so. I think with Twitch there, if you're listening on Twitch, it just hasn't really been worth our while. There's not much interest, at least in this talk show. It's not political or religious or some sort of hot topic. It's gaming, and gaming's popular. Gaming shows are, everybody in the world in the last 6 months or years decide they're going to do their own thing. So it's a heavily flooded market. And Twitch just doesn't seem to be working out. So I was looking at that today before I started this. So I didn't even bother broadcasting there tonight, to be honest with you. And I'm pretty much just going to disable that account when I'm done here at the podcast and let it go. We gave it a shot, but I'm not going to sit and play Fortnite all day long, 24/7. There's just too many other games to do. So to those doing that, great. I wish you luck. I would like to expand more in the games and be stuck in one thing. So we'll be eliminating that. Discord has picked up a little bit there. It's getting off track, though, I noticed. So hopefully it gets a little bit back to gaming. And we'll see where Discord goes. It's still kind of, what I'm trying to do, you guys, is just straighten it up, because we're kind of everywhere. And I'm trying to condense a little bit more into what's usable. And right now, things like Twitch are just a waste of my time. So if people were interested, that would be great. But we're not really drawing a crowd from the Twitch audience. And that's okay, too. That's cool. We got plenty on our Facebook group and our page. That's steadily growing. Instagram and TikTok and a few other places. So we're not hurting member-wise, but it's just more or less cleaning house and tidying it up. It's kind of like Twitter. People are, Greg, are you going to get Twitter? No, I don't want to get Twitter. I think Ashley opened up an account that didn't use it. And if she finished opening it, I'll close it, because it's not going to be.
I don't believe I did.
Yeah. I think you were thinking about it, but you get too much going, then you can't keep track of it either. And some of these platforms are just getting to be ridiculous. You might say something about a game, oh, maybe that word's copyrighted, maybe this song's copyrighted. It's getting to be a bit crazy in that regard. So I'm just going to straighten things up. So we gave Twitch a try, but it just isn't going to work for us. So that account will be getting disabled. It'll let Twitch know because you got to jump through hoops to do that, but gave it a shot. On to more positive news, all the other social media stuff is steadily growing. So, as long as people are joining and interacting and having fun, that's a good thing. It's always cool to see. But other than that, showing you guys the miniatures and seeing if anybody wanted to hang out. Looks like D, thanks. You didn't hear anything in the background. That's good. Because it's a little bit noisier than it normally is. We did mail out to Mythos, our winner last week, his Battletech, so he should be getting that salvage box. Or she should have it already, I believe. So that's either on his way or he has it. So we'll wait to hear from him. Other than that, you guys.
It's the Blue Check Boys.
It's what?
Oh, they're playing zombies.
Oh, yeah.
So watching them get their butts handed to them.
Yeah. Well, Zombies is a game where you're pretty much going to get your butt handed to you the whole time. So, yeah, it's been interesting. And these miniatures that were sent, all I can say is really blows me away. I mean, I can screen share a picture of some of what's on there, but they have quite a bit of Napoleonic stuff too. Pretty good. And other than that, we got gaming in today. That Red Tavern Inn was a fun game. So interesting, a little bit different than other card games. And yeah, not bad. That was Clint's idea. So props to you, Clint. That worked out pretty good. It was fun. Mm-hmm. And probably be playing
Keegan
more of that.
wasn't too happy about it.
Huh?
Keegan wasn't too happy.
Well, Keegan lost, but that's only because his character, we weren't playing with all the attributes. A lot of times when we do these games, you guys, 99% of the time, it's not going to be all the way scaled up. You guys have been veteran gamers for a long time. When you're introducing games to people, the last thing you want to do is overload them or overload yourself when you're brand new to a game. Like, I hadn't played that game before. I don't want to know what the advanced rules are. I want to get the basic gameplay down, then incrementally add to it. That's how I prefer to play. And I don't want to just dump into advanced rules, and yeah, I got to build up to that there. Oh, Clint's there. Hey, Clint.
Send him a link, please.
And Miller's Miniatures. Hello. I can send you guys a link if you want Miller's Miniatures. Hang around for a minute. I want to show you something here. Let me get a link sent for Clint. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Well, actually, Miller's Miniatures here. You guys can both have the link. You can both be on their room. That's if you want to, Millers. You don't have to. But there you go. If you click that link. But as long as you're there, Millers, I want you to hang on a second. I want to switch over to this camera and show you some of the stuff I was talking about real quick. Hold on here. Oh, let me load Clint up. Hello, Clint.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Yep.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, but I want to jump in real quick because we just ran some more Red Dragon in.
Yeah.
Using some of the more advanced stuff for some of the characters.
Well, I was just saying, to me, I thought it was basic. We didn't use very much, did we?
Yeah. Well, so some of the advanced stuff for some of the characters are just enhancers. Like the deck I was playing, if I had used her gear cards, basically every time you played a card that had the gear symbol on it, you would flip over a gear card and apply that. So it actually gives you like bonuses to damage, or it could blow up in your face. It was actually a lot of fun using her gear cards. And then I played the one pixie with the wolf companion, and the wolf, you turn him over every card. Every turn you turn over his card, and it changes his mood and changes his effect. So it's very similar to what Pookie does with his stuff.
I don't know all the characters in it. I don't know if everybody else does either. That's why I said, well, I'll try to edit up and get it up there.
I think I'd like to go through at some point. You and I can sit down and we'll go through all the decks, just explain the character. Because it's a little more interesting.
Well, hold on just a second, Clint. As I was getting ready to invite you on, Miller's Miniatures is there, and I appreciate you being here, sir. So let me show you what I was got a sample of in the mail. So hold on, Clint's seen him, but and D has.
Yeah.
But let me switch this over so I can show you something there, man. There we go. Okay, no, I'm not going to show you the wall. All right. Check these out.
That's a pretty wall.
It is. These are 2D, but look 3D acrylic miniatures. And even though they're flat, when they're on the table,
they really do look three-dimensional distance, especially.
It does. Looks like you've got an army.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's one sprue. And a company called Woo Fun Games sent it to me. They're, I believe, in Romania. And what they did was, I'll show you what the sprue looks like. So, like, here's some of their bases, which are nice MDF, but see, they're actually textured and stuff. But check this out. This is Caesar's Infantry. So here's front with the shields and even some dead guys. And then there's the backs. But they're going to look just like the others on there. But it's all different time periods. And I don't know if you've seen that, Clint, but they have like the Persian artillery.
Yeah, those are cool.
But they're all going to look, I'm going to put them on their stands, man, because I think it's just going to look cool. Like you've got some really awesome. It's awesome. It's like stained glass, Millers. So I wanted to show that. We were showing that earlier in the video, and it's pretty cool. Then we were going over the game we were playing. So, yeah. Okay, Clint, now we can go back to the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. I figured that'd be just kind of a fun one to play. And, yeah, Keegan's guy is going to be pretty nasty once you play it with all his extra stuff. It'll make him powerful.
So Miller says there's a book version of that. I mean, if you photocopy it yourself, that's one thing, but these are acrylic already, and so you carefully snap them out of the sprue, but they're pretty damn sturdy, so you would, I don't know, they're pretty sturdy once they're on that sprue. It's not, they're pretty tough. Keeping them clean, probably just, a little bit of, put them somewhere in a tote or something, little tray. I don't know. I can keep the dust off them. But they are very neat looking. Sorry, Clint. These things are so cool that it's something different for me, man. It's a little different than our Warhammer and our tanks and Flames of War and all that stuff. So, oops. So we'll have to get a PDF from them too, or something on the rules and see, because if you buy the sets, then you can order the rule books and all that with them. But these are more like samples they sent us. And it's almost like squads type. So, anyways, didn't mean to jump on the game stuff. Man, for you, Clint, what was it? The Red Dragon? What was it again? Red Dragon Inn card game. Yep. That was fun. That's what I was talking about. Just for you came on. It was definitely a pretty fun game to play.
It's a good sit down and play. Once you get used to gameplay, it'll go a lot faster.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like any game. You start playing something. That's what I was saying just before you came on is I want to learn the basics and and I don't want to jump into the advanced stuff and get lost. I want to jump in, and if you're teaching people or we're gonna video it, for us it's just easier to do the basic version of stuff. We could do hardcore, longer versions of stuff if you want to schedule something, Clint. But I notice sometimes people get bored if you got an hour and a half,
Yeah.
Battle report, most of the time the people ain't there an hour and a half later. They might watch it for 10 minutes and, fast forward it or something.
Yeah. We're kind of editing it right to the meat of the action is good. And
yeah, but then if you have an hour to edit, it takes 4 hours, 3 hours to edit. It takes time. So it's kind of like those podcasts. So it's only a 15-minute podcast, but it takes you an hour to sit there and pull the sound up and edit background noise and edit this and edit that and convert this to this file and and then upload it to your sites and stuff. And that's just to do a little podcast. So, I think this would be a cool set. Just different. It's different, so that works. And your game, Clint, you said you've got all these expansion decks, so it sounds like you could literally do multiple different games, right?
A lot of different characters, a few extra upgrades, and there's still more that I don't have. So, but yeah, some of these additional pieces I added with the decks that were supposed to have them really did enhance gameplay without making it more complicated to use. It's just a few extra things to remember, but for the most part, pretty simple.
Well, if it's pretty simple, that's good too. I mean, the concept, I get it, and it does bring an RPG feel to it. So there is that, for sure.
I would thought just duking it out in a tavern would be kind of entertaining.
Yeah. Why not? You got to do something after your adventure if you're doing that, right? May as well kick back in a tavern.
Cause people to pass out and lose their gold. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to set a time to do it. Dee's interested, obviously. With gear characters. What is a gear character?
Gear.
I don't know what you mean by that, D, unless it's just a typo. But we'll game again, yeah. And so it shall be fun. It was fun.
Oh, I think the gear, what she meant by gear is some of the characters had other gears and items with them and stuff. The extra pieces we were using, or that Evie and I were playing with.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant by a little bit more advanced. You have all the other stuff we could use.
Those are some more advanced characters for that, but they're simple to use.
Well, and that's the key. It's got to be fairly simple. Like it, some of the games are just burdensome, and then when you accomplish it all, you feel like you've reached this level. There's a psychology behind making a game so difficult that once you've mastered it, and that's an addiction too, to be able to list off rule after rule. But it shouldn't be, to me, something complicated to do. To sit down a game should always be something easy.
True.
Let's see here. So at least we got out and got something to drink and got to game a little bit today.
That is true.
This has been a long day, though, hasn't it, Clint?
Yeah, it has.
Well, we worked.
Especially this morning.
Yeah, but when you get up early and you don't sleep, sometimes it's hard for me to sleep. So if I sleep 4 or 5 hours, I get up, I work, lay down the day, I'm just...
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now is crash mode. But
yeah, I'm just not in a super energetic mood. I mean, I love the samples and stuff we got here, but oh my gosh, man, it's one of those things there. So, iced coffee. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do for next week then.
Yeah, come up with something. We are getting pretty close to the new Kill Team release, as well as I think the Fallout RPG is next month too.
Well, I know, yeah, Kill Team, I'm not sure what day. I just know August is what was.
Yeah, I think it's
last.
middle of August.
So that's the last I heard of that. But
that's something where we just grab the new rule book, take the miniatures we already have, and we can play. Then worry about building the figures and the terrain later.
Yeah, because you can. Well, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but this way it keeps us current with the rest of the community
really
too. So.
Rules, and I like the orc terrain, so I might as well, get it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a lot. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you go because I got to lay down. I wanted to jump in.
No, I'm glad you did jump in. It's been a long day, so I was just going to I was actually like, well, our show's kind of weird. Sometimes I have a couple people, or I put up on Facebook or something, I'll get all these views later. But it depends, so sometimes people are just busy, and like right now,
we're right in the middle of summer too, so.
Oh yeah.
It's stupid hot and.
Another glorious day in the core. Yes, Millers. I have that. We've actually played that game live, and we did it also at GameCon because we had a booth there, a virtual booth. So yeah, another glorious day in the core is fun. I'll have to drag Clint along for that. You got to run.
Yeah, I'll check that out at some point.
At some point, yeah. Well, if you got to go, Clint, go ahead and go.
Yeah, I'm going to duck out. So I will chat with you later.
No, that's okay. I'll hang on for a little bit more talk with Millers here.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave the phone logged onto it. I'm just going to drop off the camera. So.
Okay, no problem.
So,
all right, Clint. I'll catch you later, man.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye. All right. So, Millers, if you were tempted to get another glorious day in the core, do you like Aliens? If you like the Aliens franchise, let me fill you in. That's all you need to do is like the Aliens franchise. But you can play this yourself. So you do have 7 characters. It does come with missions too. And so the aliens, you move them on their own. You are always moving them a few more steps than your characters can take. They always move towards the closest character to them. So just like in a movie, as your guys are going down a hallway and you'd hear them running in the halls, in the ceiling and stuff, they follow you. Literally, it's aggressive. You could be all by yourself and play with the other characters, which is cool. You only need to be one of you if you want, or you can play with a whole group of people, your family or whatever. And so, as you're gaming, it takes into account if you've used your supplies. If you guys got to think about what weapons you want to equip your guys with, because that takes up supplies. When that happens, yes, they are some of the best films made. I'll go with that. I don't know. I have not played Space Hulk, and I don't remember so much how that played. But with Aliens, we've played enough that it's fun. Like I said, so back to where was my train of thought. So depending on how you equip your guys, right? Depends on the supplies you're using, how much, how fast each turn. And the aliens stack on you now. It comes with miniatures. So I actually painted up the aliens, made them look more alien-esque if you want. And then, you got your core characters, Ripley and all them. So we painted the bases on them because it has their names, and so it's easier to see on the board. It stands out. And yeah, it's pretty fast-paced. I mean, you're either going to survive or you're going to get whacked. Let me put it to you that way. And if you work together, you might get out, but it just depends. Our first mission was rescuing Newt, trying to rescue her was literally difficult. But it's a fun game to play. It takes up some room, though, with all your stuff. I can't remember if I have a video up. I believe we got a video up on our YouTube channel for unboxing. Why is that a fly in here? Every time I want to sit down, one little fly, probably because the air conditioner is on. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, as long as you like aliens, that's it. I mean, but yeah, good game, worth the money. You definitely get your money's worth for the box, so you're not wasting your money. Or you could be all by yourself and play this game. So it's the way it's set up. So I think it was worth the money. Not every game is. This one is, and you just have to try it, Millers. I think if you love their movies, it's the gameplay stays true to like a lot of the feel of the movie too. Like it starts to get tense because they move more. So for instance, your guys move 3 or 4, inches or steps. The aliens always move 6. So of course in the movies they're always way outmaneuver and way outrun human beings. People can't run and move that fast, so they do outmaneuver you and they do outrun you. Oh, okay. When I say it's worth picking up the additional packs and the other characters in the Queen, hell yeah. I have seen what's in them. I don't have them, extra packs, but I like the train. I like train in any game. I think it adds a little something. In this game, interestingly enough, it's a little bit of a psychological hook for everybody because you have miniatures, you have a board game, and you have a card game at the same time. So you can do what you need to do, but it's got all 3 of those little hooks in it, and it drags you along. So I'd say if you're going to get the game, I'm not sure what the rest. I don't know what the current price are because when it first came out, I looked at it and I had mine pre-ordered. So I pre-ordered mine months before it came out, and then last year at GameCon, our group Gamers with Coffee, I got us a virtual table there. And so our biggest attraction, because everybody was doing like D&D or something specific on their table, and of course you've watched us enough to know that we're doing all sorts of little games. So the room for aliens, another glorious day in the core, you only have X amount of slots per virtual room. So not only we felt we had people in the Discord that they had set up for answering questions. Yeah. The owners of the GameCon, they've been doing it over 20 years. They showed up for that one. They didn't show up at other ones, but they showed up for that one. It was quite interesting. If that's all the packs are, and I know Euro's a little bit more than $1, what we pay for them, but all I can say is if you've got other miniature games, you know what that's like. Pardon me. So definitely check it out. I can, what we'll do, just a second here. Hey, Ashley. I think Ashley is busy in the background, but I'll see if I can get her to. You'll ask for your birthday? Yeah. Yep, just tell her if she loves you, this is what she'll do. A little bit of guilt never hurt when it comes to games, right? So, yeah, it's a good birthday gift, man. That would sure be one. So if you want, hold on a second. I'll go over and grab it off the shelf. See the shelf behind me there? And then I'll show you I'll show you a little bit about what's in it, because that's what we're here for anyways, man, is to talk about games. So give me a second. I will move these really cool little miniatures out of my way here on my desk. I will switch the camera over in a minute. And let's see. All right, so hold on a minute there, Millers. I'll go grab that box so you can see what's in it. Hold on a second. Let me switch this over and then I'll go grab that box. Okay, well, I'm back. Hold on a second. So, for any of you wanting to know, move my mouse out of the way here. There we go. So, cool box. Comes with your, nice booklet. The instructions are pretty good. They got table set up. It'll even show you how to set the boards up. See, this comes, like how the Kill Team boxes come with boards. So, it tells you about the character cards, how to use them. So this little booklet, it's not a huge booklet, but it's nicely done. It's to the point, and tells you what turns. So there is cards too. So like if you're the Marines, you have a card. If you're the aliens, you have a card. It gives you your turn phases. But there's all sorts of little things here. So here is, we put these back in. This is mission 2. We haven't opened that because mission 1 has been kicking our butt. So these are mission cards in here, and it's nicely laid out what you're going to do in each mission, what you have to do. Either you accomplish a mission or you don't. So as you can see, here's one of the boards. So it's like a 1x1 square, and they're double-sided, and they're fairly thick, so weighs on the table good, right? You got 2, 3, 4. Now here you go, Millers. Ready? Miniatures. Okay. So these are some of the alien figures. So Ashley kind of dry brush, brought out the highlights, brought out the steel grate that they're on. And if you look, it's like the steel grates on the floors. And you have to put these together, by the way. They don't come together, okay? So you get a bunch of them. I believe there's 16. And of course, you get your characters, like here's Gorman. See how it shows their name? So she highlighted it. And then the figures are blank, so she just tabletop painted them quick. You got Hicks. And you could just, they don't come painted, like I said, so she painted those. And of course, Heavy Gunner Vasquez, right. And so she's not done with this gun yet, but she got it tabletop ready for our thing. Let me see something here. There's nowhere else for me to put these so carefully, but I'll show you a character card. Here's Newt's. All character cards are like other ones, what equipment you can put on them. And depending on what level they're at or what you're doing is this here. So I'm glad you're sold, Millers. Hold on, there's a lot more. This thing came with a lot. So for instance, here's Ripley's card. If she's not the main character, her movement, her defense, her melee attack, the tech she can do for operating the computer systems and so on, in her equipment slots. But then again, if she's going to be more of a main character, see, then these go up. See how that went up, this went up, her tech went up, her aim went up. And of course, they got them for Hudson. You know, see, it depends on how you're going to use them. So basically, you're going to have your card here. You're going to add your equipment depending on the type of equipment you have, and you can use. Yeah, if you want to go back and look, that'd be cool there, Miller. I mean, we could always use the viewer, a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that, something. But you have, now here's the interesting thing. Let me show you this. So these are your alien blips. Now you mix these up, and if you don't cheat, you put them down, you're not going to see that there's a number on the back. So when the blips are moving around the board, you don't know what it is till the alien spawns, and look at that, it spawns 4. This particular one spawned 4. Okay. This particular blip spawns 2. So honestly, you don't even know what you're going to fight. If you put it out the way you're supposed to, you're not going to know. Now, this is another thing. This tells you how many aliens you can have. So see these, Miller? Little tokens. What? Oh, are you leaving? Oh, okay. All right, Ashley's got to take my son home. Goodbye, Dylan. My son's got to leave. So I'm over to his friend, so Ashley doing that. So anyways, Miller, they stack. That's in case these 16 aliens you got don't. You can put them underneath. Do you see? So one alien can represent a dozen. As you kill them off, you know, you're going to remove these until you end up with just the last one. But my point being, if you could see right there, and you've played games, and boy, it can stack on you. So the miniatures are not as fragile as they look. They're actually a little tougher. They do bounce around. I don't have like a proper case or anything to put them in, so trying to keep it as best. These are, when you get to the bottom of your decks, reshuffle your cards. So here's like a weapon card to equip. You know, your standard pulse rifle that's in the movie, what it costs, what you got to do when it's done, what your little pistol costs. Shotgun. Yeah, Hicks always had a shotgun. The flamethrower is in here too. So you got also other equipment, such as a medical scanner, and so on. Now, here's the kicker. You only got a couple slots, right? So you got to think what you're going to put for your equipment on here. If you don't, an alien with multiple hit points, it's more like you kill them or you don't, but you can have a stack of them that one alien could represent 10. Instead of having to try to cram 10 miniatures onto a section of the board, it's going to be one alien with 9 of those tokens underneath. Because, you know, trying to cram 10 of these on there would be difficult. But anyways, if you exhaust your supplies, you're done. You lose. Because obviously you run out of supplies, they kill you. You lose the game. It's interesting. And it seems like a lot. And there's a little bit more in some of them. But like, you know, I don't know. If you ever played X-Wing, you know how they have the dial counters? This does too. As this dial goes down on your weapon, you're using ammo, you're in trouble. Okay. Comes with its own dice. You don't got to buy dice. Got some Marine dice. Got the alien dice. which is just a D6. A sentry gun, whoops, with the counter. So you can deploy 2 sentry guns. But if you don't think or have some strategy with it, it's quick. So what can I say? So some of this kind of moved around when we set it back on the shelf, but the figures are cool. So you get your miniatures, you get your cards, you get, you're building on and adding on pretty much whatever you want with this game. I'm not sure about Star Trek Attack Wing, Miller. I personally haven't played that. Now, X-Wing, we got a tote, like a camping tote full of stuff. My boys had it. We had it. So as a family, we did a lot of gaming in the last couple of years. Now they've gotten older in the last year or two and, moving out and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot. So you get, you just get more than your money's worth, in my opinion. I spent $50 for way less, and your boards. So they're double-sided boards. And so at least you got the board game element with it. And nice thing is, miniatures and all, when you're done, it goes right back in the box, man. Back on the shelf. And that's it. So yes, the game is pretty cool. And I'm switching the camera back. So there you go, Millers. If you can get it, get it. If you like aliens. If you have nobody to play with, don't matter. You can game on your own with that. It's the way it's set up. So you can play the other characters. You have one main character at that point, and then the other ones are like all lower levels on the skills because they're all independent. But you're guiding them. But then again, you can't predict what the dice are going to do or what the aliens are going to do or any of that. So yeah, no problem, Millers. I'm glad. That's what I hang out for, man, is to get to talk to other people. And you're more than welcome to, man. If you ever want to do the video thing and come on and talk about your channel and your stuff, feel free, man. That's what we're here for. Like, it costs you nothing. I got to pay these people for this service anyway. So you'll see Clint or you'll see Brian. Sometimes Kaiser and all of them pop in once in a while. So yeah, you're more than welcome to also. But I would recommend it. It's all I can say is it's worth the money. I can't say anymore, and I'll shut up now so I don't repeat myself on it. But you can tell I like the game. It's fun, and you can't cheat at it. So there's that. Yeah, hit us up whenever you want, man. Every Sunday we're here, and I know there's a time difference, so if you want to get on a different time, let us know. The whole thing's about meeting people and getting together. Like I said, sometimes there's only, like this shows, 4 or 5 people watching different, but then I'll put this up on YouTube. Maybe I'll get 30 views there, but on Facebook it'll get 700. So it depends. I notice a lot of people watch our shows after they're done, and during the summer, it's going to be hard for people to get here for us. But yeah, most definitely pick it up, dude. I really don't see you going wrong on that. And then there's those other miniatures. So it is, oh, good grief. Let me expand my screen here. Oh boy, it's late for you out there, huh? About 6 hours time difference. So I don't mean to keep you up, man. Basically, me and Ashley have been around for a while, but when we started doing the show, I tried to stay out of, like, I didn't want to go stomp on other people that we talked to their time frame. So this is our time frame, And this way, I try my best to not. It's impossible to do it, 100%, but I try not to just step on other people's show times. But a lot of the people I met over there in your part of the world, in the gaming, fun. And sadly, yeah, the time difference is a bummer. But if you got to go, you got to go, Miller. That's okay. That's cool. I'm glad you like the Aliens game. It's worth whatever. As long as you don't pay too much for it, but it's worth the $50, man. And then of course there's new kill team. So people are going to go out, including me, and whatever the kill team is we got the game show, so we'll pick that up. But I'm betting that's going to be like 150, 170 USD, so I'm trying to save for that. So I look at things like, do you get your money's worth? Got my money's worth out of Aliens. And the replay value is good because it's different. They can spawn. That's one thing I forgot to tell you. So you have to put down spawn points, and depending on what happens and what's going on in the game, and that's going to change every game, is where they're spawning. So like you're not going to be able to set some kind of game plan and burn through the scenario. Yeah. Go ahead. If you can catch a replay, that's cool. You get some sleep, Millers. Thank you for coming by, man. It was good talking. Get some sleep, man. Get some sleep. So, B, I think it's me and you, and I think Clint. Is there anybody else there that had any questions? I see it shows more people than what we got in the chat. So, all right, you guys. If you don't have any questions, then I'll go ahead and I'll let you go. It's always fun. It's always fun to hang out. You guys stay safe wherever you're at. Remember, every Sunday, we're here at 4 Central Time. If you want to do something with your show, a few people have asked here and there. Yeah, let us know. We'll work things out for you. Or just stop by. It's all good. All right, you guys, until the next time, we will see you later. Keep having fun gaming. And, oh, you know what? Mini Warmutt just showed up. I was just getting ready to get up. Well, that's okay, Mini Warmutt. I didn't know if there was anybody new out there that was in. If you want to hang around a few minutes, I will definitely do that, sir. Why is this showing what it is? All right. I'll see you later then too, Mini Warmutt. And don't be sorry. Thanks for coming by. All right, you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you later.